Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Come on in here, sit down, get yourself something hot or cold to drink, whatever you like. Open your Bible up if you have it there with you. If you don't, I'll read for you today. We're in Psalm 123. This is a short little psalm, but boy, is it beautiful and is it powerful. He begins in verse 1 by talking about him lifting up his eyes, which reminds us of Psalm 121. In 121:1, he talked about lifting up the eyes, looking unto the hills. Well, here in 123, he says, I lift up mine eyes unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the heavens. So he's changed his gaze a little bit. Then he gives us a similitude in the first half of verse 2. The eyes of the servants look unto the hand of the master, or I should say, as the eyes of the servants look unto the hand of the master, as the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress. So that's the similitude. We get this. We understand it. The servant is looking to the master for something important. Then we get the application in the second half of verse 2. And this is where we'll be today. Let me read that for you. So our eyes wait upon the Lord our God until he have mercy upon us. So now we know what he's waiting for, why he's looking, what his eyes are doing. His eyes are waiting. Notice verse 2b. So, okay, the so is important because this is the conclusion of the similitude and the application of it. So our eyes wait, just like the eyes of the servant looking at the hand of the master. They're waiting for something. Our eyes wait not upon a human master or mistress, but now our eyes wait upon the Lord our God. So now he's identified the person who's dwelling in the heavens. We know him, the Lord our God. This is not someone new. We understand who this is. And so he is waiting upon the Lord our God, but if he's waiting on the heavenly person, then what he's waiting on to receive must be something eternal, and it is. Notice verse 2b, until, so the waiting is happening. That's where we always are. We always seem to be in that time of waiting, don't we? Until. So there's a period. We don't know how long that until lasts. We don't know how long our waiting lasts, but it doesn't matter how long our waiting lasts. Our eyes will never lose their target. We're always going to be looking unto the Lord our God until. Thank God for the until, because we know that there's an end to the waiting. We know that something else is going to happen. The praying has happened, the waiting has happened, the eyes are fixed on their target until he have mercy upon us. This is what he's waiting for. And of course, why not? Because this is the thing that the Lord provides in abundance. This is the place, he's the only fount of mercy. So if I'm going to receive mercy, and I'm going to receive it from heaven, then there's only one place or person I can go to or need to go to, and that is the Lord our God. I'm not praying to the saints. I'm not praying to an angel. I'm not praying to someone else. I'm not doing some good deed or righteous act or trying to keep the law. No, I'm waiting because I've made my request, and I know his word tells me that if I ask, he answers. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard, and delivered him out of all his troubles. I'm waiting for the mercy to deliver me from the trouble. So our eyes wait upon the Lord our God until he have mercy upon us. So we have the similitude in the first half of 2, and we have the application in the second half of verse 2. So he begins with, I lift up mine eyes. Then he says, as the eyes of servants. So he gives us the example. And then in the second half of 2, so our eyes. So he's applying it now to all of those who are listening or reading his words. All right, join me again tomorrow. We'll look at his prayer there in verse 3 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.